The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against the Jazz in Utah.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Harden out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Batum. Then it's Green. And it's Jefferson in at the 5 down low.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
Here's Harden. Off target from the baseline. Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Ariza sets a screen for Williams. Pass to Ariza. 6 to shoot. Stuckey can't get it. To go.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
It's Harden with the drive. And the shot is good. Harden's got the first basket of the game for Charlotte.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Williams kicks to Randall. Here's Ariza. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that on as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Now, here is Harden. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And that one's good. Schroeder.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Williams, here we go. Launches a 3. And Rodney Stuckey the bucket on the assist by Randolph. Stuckey's got his first 3 points of the game. Now here's Harden. Screen by Jefferson. Harden kicks to Jefferson. Stolen by Randolph. Williams against Jefferson. To the inside. Sanders. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Williams kicks to Randolph. Tries it from 9. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Here's Schroeder, and he banks in the layup. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Outside Williams. He feeds it to Stuckey. Pass to Randolph. To the middle. Here's Williams. And that one's good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Outside Green. Harden outside. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot falls short this time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Screen by Sanders. Williams kicks to Randolph.
Oh, wow.
just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Now, here's Schroeder. He's got 5. It's Harden with the drive. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
It's Ariza on the wing. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Williams. Green with the rebound. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Dan Clifford in his 3rd year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. He's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Now here's Stuckey. Harden missing his last shot. Stuckey passes to Ariza. Here's Randolph. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. The Hornets trail. On the wing, Harden. Tries to snap the cold streak. Another miss by Harden.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Stuckey outside. Good. Stuckey's got 5 now. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Some changes for Memphis. Alex Len's checked in for Sanders. Smith comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Bellinelli in for Rodney Stuckey. And then for Charlotte, Kaminsky comes in for Al Jefferson. And it's Mills in for Dennis Schroeder. It's Harden with the drive. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Grizzlies.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
He hits both from the stripe.
Just call him the beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Kicks to Bellinelli. There's the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
The dish to Kaminsky. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Kaminsky's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Screen by Smith. Here's Williams. The shot no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here is Harden. Outside, Batum. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Len. And the basket by Kaminsky.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now here's Williams. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
And, you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
And Clark, for Darren Williams, he clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
Here's Bellinelli. James Harden picking up that last basket. Riza dishes the land. Outside, Bellinelli. Hornets with the rebound. Batum with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Kaminsky kicks to Mills. Second shot opportunity. Off the left rim and out. Memphis leading. And here is Williams. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden inside the three-point line. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Memphis has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Outside Williams. It's stolen by Green. Here's Harden on the wing. 6 points for him. Here's Batum, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Ariza with the bucket.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
Hornets trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here's Batum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Smith. Following the score by Charlotte. The pass to Bellinelli. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 4-on-3 break. Here's Batum. Ejected by Len. Williams kicks to Bellinelli. It's Williams with the drive. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Memphis out in front, leading by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
Hornets trail by 3. Zach Randolph is out there with Sanders. Then there's Shane Larkin. Then it's Matt Barnes. And it's Stuckey in the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. It's Jefferson with the drive. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. Larry Sanders picks one up.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possession.
Shot clock at 2. Barnes passes to Sanders.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Johnson outside. Lets it go from the wing. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Talking about Jefferson, it's not just his efficiency with the scoring. He's efficient, Clark, with his time on the floor. He's always producing. A block shot here, a steal there, of course. All the rebounds. He covers every base.
Yeah, the data analytics folks rely on percentages to measure efficiency. But just as important as overall production per minutes played, Big Al excels there.
Screen by Jones. Here's Schroeder. Drains it from beyond the arc.
For 3.
Schroeder's got 8 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Larkin. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And it's Randolph penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Terrence Jones.
First team foul.
Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers even though he still plays under the rim.
Screen by Jefferson. Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. From 10 feet out, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last, more, if you will. I mean, he likes to back his man down and battle for those offensive rebounds.
Sanders with the steal. A finish.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
So it's the Hornets now. The Grizzlies making the shot. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. And the rejection by Sanders. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Larkin kicks to Stuckey. Screened by Sanders. Stuckey can't get it to go.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Here's Larkin. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. To the left wing. Uncovered. Good as the jump shot falls.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And the Hornets call time here. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator, he's an agitator, and he's a team player, I think, at the core. Everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Some changes for Memphis. Vasenko's checked in, and it's Tolliver in for Zach Randolph. Green, he's checked in for Charlotte. Harden comes in for Marcus Thornton.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnover.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Larkin dishes to Stuckey. There's the pick. Fires the 3. That's good. Stuckey's got 8.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner.
And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. Stuckey passes to Tolliver. Johnson against Ariza. Tolliver gets to Ariza. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Hornets trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Shooter passes to Green. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
The free throw drops for Green. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but he continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Lenz checked in for Memphis. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Johnson. And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the miss by Al Jefferson. Larkin kicks to Stuckey. And there's the feet to land. Here's Larkin. They grab their own miss. Tipped away. Ariza outside. Larkin dishes to Tolliver. Kicks it out to Ariza. Tries again. Here's Len. And at last they get one to fall. Len's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis. Schroeder kicks to Batum. Passes it to Jefferson. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Jefferson's got 7 points.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Larry Sanders is checked in for Len. Smith comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Larkin. Williams passes to Smith. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now Williams. 6 points for him. Screen by Sanders. Outside, Bellinelli. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. Jefferson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Outside Williams. Smith dishes to Williams. He kicks to Sanders. Memphis moving that ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Outside Williams. Screen by Smith. And Williams, here we go. Sanders with a screen on Harden. Here's Bellinelli. And that's an air ball. Not even close. And Batum kicks it over to Schroeder. And again, the Hornets missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Outside Williams. Out to the right wing. Tries from 16. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his second bucket of the night. Hornets trail by 11. Harden outside. Screen by Jefferson. They need this one. It's rebounded by Memphis. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Outside Williams. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Harden with it. Williams picks him up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Memphis.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
Now here's Randolph. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Cloak loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
You know, Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice the defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Lenz checked in for Memphis. Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's Williams. He has 6. This is to Randolph. And he jams that one.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Jefferson on top. Covered by Barnes. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense, Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post, but last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stuckey's checked in.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
Outside, Green. From outside the arc. Good. Green's got 6 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside Williams. And that does it for the first half of play. Grizzlies lead by 7. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
All right, fans, let's get up.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
What a great game for Randolph in this one. He's got 11 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. It's been one outstanding game from Zach Randolph.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And the interior defense has to get tougher here in the second half. He's making them look really bad.
On the court for Charlotte, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Harden. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Batum in a small forward. The 3 from Barnes. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Barnes has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Grizzlies. Here's Jefferson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Larry Sanders is checked in for Alex Len. Ariza comes in for Barnes. And it's Williams in for Napier. Now here's Stuckey. Back to Williams. The baseline J. Here's Randolph. The hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by Stuckey. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 12 in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Just 5 on the clock. Williams passes to Randolph. Williams attacking to the inside. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 8 points for him. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies. And really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
Here is Harden. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Jefferson. And the foul on Al Jefferson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Memphis leading by 11. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Stuckey against Harden. Stuckey kicks to Randolph. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Randolph's got 4 points this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Charlotte calls timeout. Without question, Zach Randolph displaying his skills today.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Hornets trail by 13. Feeds to Green. Launches a 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Sanders has got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Williams dishes to Sanders. Back to Williams. Pass to Ariza. There's the triple. Memphis the rebound. Stolen by Harden. A fast break now for Charlotte. Shot is good, and the Memphis leads. Got down now to just 11 on the basket from Batum.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Williams. He's got 8. Six on the shot clock. Stuckey passes to Randolph. It's stolen by Green. Here. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Lenz checked in. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. Grizzlies making a switch here. Lenz checked in. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Williams kicks to Randolph. Here's Jefferson, and he dunks it down.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well. And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
You know, Clark, losing teams, handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
And the Hornets with possession here, following the score by Memphis. Here's Jefferson, and he gets it to go. Jefferson's got 15 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Randolph. And it's Bellinelli in for Rodney Stuckey. And then for Charlotte, Terrence Jones comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Mills in for Dennis Schroeder. Screen by Smith. The Hornets pull it in.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Now here's Jefferson. 15 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. From about 19 feet. Mills can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games. seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Now here's Williams. He's got 11. The shot by Bellinelli, no good. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Williams. The three from Harden. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Williams kicks to Bellinelli. Here's Len. It's stolen by Jefferson. Knocked loose. Stolen by Len. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Smith. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer. No luck. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And clearly, Steve Clifford wants to talk it over.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have any.
Some changes for Memphis. Sanders checked in for Len. Randolph comes in for Smith. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Williams. And then for Charlotte, Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jefferson. Johnson comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Thornton in for James Harden. Ariza kicks to Sanders. Poked away. Mills with the steal. On up the court. And the basket by Thornton.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's Larkin. After the basket by Charlotte. Clock is at 3. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Now here's Johnson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Kaminsky. Here's Larkin. Down low. Here's Randolph. From the left block, he sends it through. Randolph's got 19 points. Hornets trail by 12. And 101 left to play here in the third. There's the screen. Johnson attacking. He dishes it to Mills. Shot clock at 6. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Larkin. Randolph dishes to Bellinelli. Larkin, the pass to Bellinelli. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages, but then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
Both free throws good from Bellinelli. Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him, Greg, confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump almost everything else. And he just didn't seem to have it last season. But he has that craftiness and high-level skill set to really bounce back this year and prove that he's the real deal. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Both free throws good from Bellinelli. Now, here's Thornton. And here's Mills for 3. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Grizzlies up by 11. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Matt Barnes is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Len. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Larkin in the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Now here's Stuckey. 4 on the clock. Here's Len. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Williams, he's checked in for Shane Larkin.
Darren Williams.
Hornets trail by 11. Harden with it. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. It's rebounded by Memphis. Len's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Just 3 to shoot. Randolph can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Randolph. And here is Barnes. Down low. And Randolph with the basket on the assist by Barnes. And that's now 21 points for Zach Randolph. Harden kicks to Mills. There's a screen. Back to Harden. Releases. Bullseye.
Assist goes to.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Now Williams. To the wing right side. And Jones over to help. Here's Stuckey. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson attacking. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Mills. Defense right on him. Pulls it from 20. Green, no luck.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Now here's Williams. Nobody near Barnes. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Now here's Williams. Harden missing his last shot. Now here's Williams. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Hornets trail by 12. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Kaminsky. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Some changes for Memphis. Sanders comes in for Len, and Trevor Ariza subbed in for Matt Barnes. Williams kicks to Sanders. Ariza dishes to Randolph. Randolph draws the double. It's stolen by Kaminsky. That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist. And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Harden draws the double. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
They're trying to work it inside here, and they've had a little bit of success as they try to cut into that deficit. And getting it inside is one way to try to chip away at it.
Larkin is checked in for Darren Williams. Here's Larkin.
Timeout call for Dallas.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Smith checked in for Randolph. And it's Bellinelli in for Rodney Stuckey. And now, here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Harden can't hit.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Larkin, the pass to Smith. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Larkin. Pass to Smith. It's stolen by Green.
The second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Here's Larkin. Smith outside. Kicks it out to Ariza. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking at the numbers for Trevor Ariza, he has 9 points and he's chalk up one three-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Ariza hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. And that'll be his third foul so far. On defense, Memphis. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jefferson kicks it over to Schroeder. Offline with his three.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Larkin. He feeds it to Smith. Clock at 4. Takes the 13-footer. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now here's Harden. The three. They get it back. Here's Jefferson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Josh Smith. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Smith. Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Aaron Williams is subbed in for Larkin. Williams kicks to Randolph. The jump hook. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Randolph's got 12 points in just the second half. Here's Green. It's rebounded by Randolph. Randolph's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kicks it to Barnes. Back to Williams. Sanders dishes to Williams. Outside Randolph. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And the three ball is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Harden. The 9-footer's on the mark. Harden's got 21.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Williams kicks to Randolph.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Memphis moving it around. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Randolph up top. Inside. And the dunk by Sanders.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Here's Williams after Al Jefferson scored. Williams double teamed. Barnes with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Randolph kicks to Sanders. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Outside, Batum. Schroeder kicks to Harden. It's rebounded by Stuckey.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
And Williams, here we go. Back to Barnes. It's stolen by Jefferson. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Harden's got the ball. That's good. And that's now 6 points for Batum.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Now here's Williams. Back to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch? Take a look at what Harden's been doing. He's got 24 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
Fundamentals have been on display. He's just done it all today. The passing and also knocking down his freebies.
And that's exactly what they've needed from him, those 2 things.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Memphis. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're up by 8. 1:22 left to play here in the 4th. Checked in for the Grizzlies. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Johnson, he's checked in for Jefferson. There's the dish to land. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
On the wing, Harden. Ariza covering. Shoots the 3. Harden can't hit. Memphis leading by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Memphis.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Randolph. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And the Hornets making a change here. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Green. Terrence Jones comes in for Nicholas Batum. Curry's checked in for James Harden. That's Mills in for Dennis Schroeder. Double team on Williams. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Curry with a wide open look. The Hornets rebound. Kaminsky with the ball. Guarded now by Randolph. And it's Kaminsky, top of the key. Back to Johnson. Stolen by Randolph. Here we go, all alone. Stuckey with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Checking in for your game.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to send you over to the